What's up, you guys? It's Zamora, and today I bring you, or well, at this moment, I will bring you a more real video than my frustration at not understanding song lyrics when I hear a song that I have either never heard before in my life or I'm listening to the first time, for the first time. Or at other times is if I'm out and about and I don't happen to have my phone with me so that I can just Shazam something. What you do is you listen to the song, you pick up the words, you Google them, and it brings up the lyrics, and you find out the title of the song. But sometimes your environment just doesn't allow for you to just listen adequately, and thus find your track when you go home or whatever. So, at any rate, so to get on topic finally, um, I just had a random thought, and it is if I could, or if I had the option to like go somewhere to some fountain and wish for something, and this fountain or say object had the ability to bring someone back to life, would I? And I could not come up with a definite answer, so I'm just going to go over what would make me say yes and what would make me say no. I would say yes, I would use this fountain to revive someone because I would very much love to bring someone to life in the present, and that person would be my grandfather. Because when he passed, I was still a child, and now that I'm older, I'm getting interested in topics that he was very wise at, and I'm pretty sure he could really help me grow and become stronger mentally. And many questions that I have, I'm sure he would have been the best person to have this discussion with. Because unfortunately, when you're a child, you really aren't thinking about some specific things, and they won't bring it up to you because they know you're a child, so it's not appropriate for you. And another person who I would totally bring up would be my first grade English teacher. And I would be like, hey, lady, all that work that we did, all your lessons, they stuck to me for quite a bit until I was able to build up from that and listen to me now. Like, my English is not perfect, but I can understand it and manifest myself, and people understand me for the most part. So we did something right you know so yeah, little things like that is what would make me say, oh yeah, I totally want to revive someone, because I would like for them, those who I normally would bring back or would wish to have back, passed away a long time ago, like over 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, I was still growing and was a completely different person from who I am today. So I hate it when I cannot speak. Anyway, but yeah, so I would love for them to be present right now so that they can see the person I turned into, and if they have some advice for me, for them to give it, and so I can take it, you know? And at the same time, on the other hand, I would not like to revive someone because I feel like, for instance, my grandfather was ill. If I choose to revive him, does that mean that he's going to come back ill like he was? Do I have a say over his health? So if I'm going to bring him back to life and he's going to suffer the way he was in his last few days, then no, I don't want that. And we also gotta see their opinion. He was already not incredibly old. He was, I think, 67. Um, so did you consider yourself accomplished in life? Were you old enough to where you're like, all right, I'm ready for the next stage in life? Or do you really want to come back and do a few things that you didn't get to because you were called to heaven a little too soon? Those are things that I would consider. And on the side of my teacher, her mother also passed away immediately. pretty much after my teacher passed away, because it's that type of mother-daughter relationship that they were just tight like that. So the old lady couldn't take it. So if I bring my teacher back to life, um what about her finding out that her mom is not going to be with her? So it's kind of a conflict. So I guess that's why this thought was triggered so randomly in my mind. All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening to my nonsense, like always. Have you asked yourself this before? Have you ever contemplated this or thought about this, or yeah, stuff like that? Just let me know your thoughts. I love to listen to whatever it is that you have to say. All right. Um, I already forgot if I said thanks for tuning in. I think I did. But, anyways, I don't know why I always forget if I said that line or not. So, all right. See you soon.